got some hot fixing. Maybe I don't need the minimal settings anymore, but let's roll with it just in case. The insane musicus, man. He's nice. Insane musicus. New game in the Tainted Grail series? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Same series and all. Early access for now. For now, early access. But I would say pretty good already. Reviews are pumping too. I'm gonna play it a bit more. Give it a better go. And then return up for the full release when that happens. Genre, a first-person RPG. Load everything in. Performance yesterday was something. Yesterday still kinda keeps pumping. One sec. A little bit of early access, you know. Fiesta is always a little bit. I had some crashes too, but not much actually. More or less kind of stable, I would say. More or less, just kind of like choppy with the frame rates. To reset my... no, it's still... okay, good. That's fine. Get the window back again. No, no window. And the borderless. Check it out when you got some time. Do it. Sounds good, That's a good game. The open world can still be kind of a bit laggy and everything. That sadly still happens. And if they fix the stability now a bit more, though, so that should be better. Oh, this should be better. Which, I mean, I didn't have any crashes or anything already, so it was okay for me. Some people did have some, though. Had some issues with that. The roadmap? I don't think so. Don't think yet.
Ah, shit. Another mouth to feed. Teargas must have been off his rocker if he thinks I can feed everyone with the little he gives me. I'm serious. If we don't open the keep soon, we'll have to start eating rats. Not that I can't cook them in a way that makes you think it's chicken.
Any recipes?
Oh, this is new. Maybe we'll get along after all. The dimwits here never want to learn, only eat.
It just like sells recipes probably.
It's a good thing you didn't start with calm down, or I'd have shoved my cleaver up your arse. Yeah, I'm pissed off. Because our gracious sovereigns recently decided to let in a bunch of refugees from the villages. They say they're running from the weirdness, but who knows, really? So now I have even more hungry mouths to feed. And since the captain ordered the letdown of our keep, the supplies are dwindling a lot faster than I'd like. Of course, I can make you 1,000 different dishes based on fish and crowds. But come on, even the keepers need some variety in their lives.
Anything specific?
Wow, an adventurer, are you? Ah, I'm good for now. But if you find something interesting, you can drop it off here. And as a sign of goodwill, I'll allow you free reign of my kitchen. If you need to cook something, go ahead.
Alright, what you have? Bunch of ingredients. Recipes. Culinary madness with Rumpelt. Cooking for the resistant. Alright. Well, we can sell stuff though. Gonna sell to you. A lot of books we got. Crafting reagent matter. There's so much useful stuff. I guess we can sell this. You don't mind, eh? Oh, you don't mind. Let's go. Time to finally get rid of some. And we found the victim. 10 skulls also crafting. The weird stone doesn't say anything on it. Not sure if it's crafting or not. Sweet meat. There's also consumables. Consumables and crafting reagents. All over the place. I think I already had one projectile, right? Only 2 coins. Come on, dude. Might have it equipped right now. Maybe not. Spoil the meat. I lose 0 health. Totally safe to eat then. You don't lose anything. I get the stonks. A wooden club. I have gears too. Finally getting rid of some of this. Arrow I can keep, I guess. Shovel we might need them. Where my pickaxe go though? I think I have it equipped right now, probably. Probably. Got some soup. A lot of iron ore. I could use that to craft some stuff. But it's like 85 out of 150 carry weight. And there's a bunch of stuff I'm not sure if I want even to sell or something. The Alchemy of Viscera. I think I read this one. I need to check. Not sure why someone like highlighted. I guess highlighted there. Those you can actually read. No, I think I read all these too. Yeah, 7 commandments I read for sure. Oh yeah, I have a lot of them. Might as well sell some. That I totally not gonna need them in that many. Yeah, whatever. For now. Oh, wait a second. No. I had this though. What was that? A white goblet. Get them. Don't miss anything else like this. This weird plasm. There is a weird stone. Whatever. Let's continue. I can't really cook anything else here. I need more ingredients. Now that we can rest here, alright. We'll do the cabinet. Don't see like the stealing prompt, so I guess we just can loot. Sure. Cynic, I see already. Already. I have a good one, man. Blueberry, that's good, huh? Flour, we just need egg. We need egg. Can make that blueberry pie for Core Carnage. Who is voice acting here? Get some water. True. Where's the egg? I think dude should have the egg though to sell. Oh, there's the egg. Easy egg. Chanterelles. Not bad. Poultry and beef. You're complaining you don't have the good stuff. There's the good stuff. So we can do a bomb spy. There we go. Can we get some other recipes, I wonder? These are all like two-part stuff. Can need to experiment, I guess, with that a bit. Groats. With onion. No. Beef. A wondrous feast. Does this do? Ah. Guessed it right. Got a whole bunch of it, alright. Flour. Potato. Fish. What can we add? Onion maybe. Coastal pasty. I guess I have some vegetable, fish, and flour. So I guess kind of the same if we go with meat, probably. Shepherd's pie. Not a bad. Raspberry. Raspberry honey potato. Or garlic. Damn, that should be beautiful. Sweet snacks. I think I had this before already. Oh no, some vegetable. Berries and honey, I guess. Damn son. Quite the recipe. Okay, raspberry with potato. My favorite. Salad. Quality salad right there. Cooking level there. Come on. So, I want to buy some food. Yeah, we need to keep this down for sure. It's all kind of cheap though. Maybe I'll just eat it then. That's pretty good, eh? Two-handed, but still good, eh? I sold all the armor too. Pigga. Different loadouts. Alright, done in the kitchen. Let's see, what else do we have? That was the museum, dude, right here? Yeah. Can check the museum too. Might as well. But the museum.
It began in the year 542. It is the crowning achievement of a group of keepers who were fascinated with Sewell Firstfoot. It took them years of tremendous effort to finally open an institution devoted to research and education, worthy of commemorating Sewell's great legacy. The first keeper of the museum was Gladwin Flanagan, who was personally appointed by Captain Berach the Black. I don't doubt it, since Sewell Firstfoot was a remarkable figure, well known to every keeper. Drawing on available sources, we can claim with almost absolute certainty that Sewell Firstfoot was the first man who ever set foot on the island of Avalon.
I mean, he's Firstfoot.
As you
Makes
can
sense.
probably guess, that's where his moniker, Firstfoot, comes from.
What a twist.
Oh, of course. Sewell was an outstanding commander whose strategic mind, bravery, and charisma contributed to our capture of the South from the Four Dwellers. He was also the founder of the Horns of the South, so I can say with absolute conviction that if it were not for Sewell Firstfoot, we wouldn't even be standing here having this conversation.
Sure. What do you have here?
The museum holds a collection of 72 items of the so-called movable, tangible heritage. The collection includes big and small items that represent the world surrounding the keepers of the Horns of the South from the 1st to the 6th century of the Avalonian era. Here you will find militaria, craft tools, everyday objects, furniture, textiles, coins, religious artifacts.
Sure. Most remarkable.
Well, I'd say all exhibits are worthy of your attention, but I could point you to the ones I personally think to be the most notable, or subjectively, of course, the most interesting.
Sure. Roll me.
Those would be the items that used to belong to Sewell Firstfoot. We have his signal horn and also his boots. Those boots were the first to touch Avalonian soil. What is also worth mentioning is the tableware used by King Arthur himself during his visit to the Horns of the South in the year 15 of the Avalonian era.
Authentic boots.
Yes, remarkable, isn't it? You can find them in the central display.
I'm going to be yanking this stuff or something.
Were sewn from 3 pieces of tanned calfskin, tied at the top with a leather strap. The seam goes through the middle of the instep, which is decorated with ornamental embroidery. On the outer side of each shoe, you can find a decorative brass buckle with the motif of the Camelotian bear. It is notable that even after 600 years, they are still excellently preserved, which
but he was the first one stepping foot here. How could it be Camelotian then?
It means that even the keepers of
Clever,
that
hello.
time must have realized the historical value of Sewell's boots, and therefore made sure to adequately preserve them.
Store the boots.
It is indeed an interesting exhibit. The horn was used by Sewell during wartime, not only for signaling, but also for intimidation. It is 50 centimeters long and made of the horn of an ox. It is the color of yellowed bone, with some ash-gray discoloration on the narrow end. It has a brass mouthpiece and silver fittings on its wider side and at the middle. The shape of the fittings suggests that the horn was hanging on a leather strap, which unfortunately has not survived to this day.
Sure. The tableware.
It's a memento of the visit of the legendary ruler of Avalon. Impressive, isn't it? The tableware
Should be
is
some
made
reward
of
for listening to all of
tin
this.
coated with silver. It consists of a plate, a bowl, and a chalice. The edges are decorated with the motifs of Camelot, a crown and a bear. However, those ornaments are of visibly low quality.
Reward is knowledge, yeah.
And the fact that those are the only wares from that time that have survived to this day leads us to conclude that this set was cast specifically for that occasion, and that it was finished by a person unfamiliar with this kind of craft, perhaps a blacksmith or an armorer.
Sure. Something more.
Really? Do you mean it? Thank you. That's really nice to hear. I'm not used to positive feedback. Usually people only come here when they've had too much to drink and decided that it'd be fun to come over and start mocking me or touching the exhibits with their greasy fingers. The last person who seemed to actually be interested in the museum was Lady Elaine. We talked a bit about Captain Lex and the trip that ended tragically in the year 513. It was described in The Last Voyage of the Andraste. An interesting read, although I'd say it should be classified as fiction. Lady Elaine thought differently. Apparently she's looking for the wreck of the Andraste. Can you believe that?
Let's see.
Definitely. Personally, I believe that people gifted with curious minds should share their observations, for there's always a chance it will result in new developments. You should find Lady Elaine in the tavern, or somewhere close to it. Good luck!
We'll see. Let's see the museum stuff. Some cider there. And some relaxation. Like the fast travel thingies, I think. Take your cider. It's my reward there. Blu-ray, let's go. So down there I was. Nothing from this entrance then. This door is the kitchen. That's the museum. Okay, this one. Was it the exit actually though? Let me see. Oh, maybe it's something else. Okay, that was the exit. Big. That's not where we go yet. Not yet. There should be some quests to do also. Okay, so this one. This I feel like is also like going outside or something. Oh, okay, this one's guard key. Come on, dude. What a waste. So nothing else in the basement. Sorry, he lives right in the kitchen. Let's leave at the workplace. Easy, no commute. Very convenient. Okay, fine. That ain't it then. Fine. Look, also like different settings and tunes you can do with this one to maybe get the performance be a bit smoother. It's not even like the like the PC's overloaded. It just kind of like goes bigger and just runs like this. Should be better. Oh, that's the main dude.
Sir, I haven't seen you before. I wasn't expecting any guests, and you don't look like a new recruit. And yet, Odrin let you in. He's not drinking again, I hope.
Yeah, was pretty drunk.
Most unfortunate. But that explains why you just strutted into the horns. I'm afraid I'll have to take action. The name's Fergus, and I assume you already know that I'm the quartermaster here. Now, state your business. And please, try to be convincing, or the walls of this fortress will be the last thing you'll ever see. Yes, I know. And that's why you're still standing in front of me. However, these pens were only given to certain people. They mean that in times of trouble, these people will always find a safe haven here in the Horns. And this makes me wonder, what happened to your friend? Where is he?
He gone. Well, actually, I could have made it, I guess. We only saw one dude dead there, I think.
If what you're saying
But
is
whatever.
true, he must have had a deal with someone well above my pay grade. And that leaves only the captain. However, if you're lying, then you might as well have just confessed to the murder of a Knight of the Round Table. But nobody's that much of a fool, I think. Fortunately for you, I've seen my fair share of morons in life, and you don't look like one. Fortunately for me, this pen only means that I'm to make sure you're safe in the Horns. Nothing about helping you out with whatever you're up to. And let me guess. If you have friends among the knights, then you'll be wanting to talk to the captain, right? Well, that ain't happening anytime soon. Because I said so. What? Did you really expect that you could just enter our keep and head straight for the captain's quarters? There wouldn't be much point in having walls and guards here if anyone could just do that, would there?
But I have the
Anyway,
magic pin.
welcome to the Horns of the South. Make yourself at home.
What will it take? Piece of metal with an inscription.
That's one of our tags. Every soldier gets one when they pledge their loyalty. I just hope the body you took it from was already cold, because killing a keeper would land you in some serious trouble. You know, here's what I'm thinking on that. If you stumble over any of our fallen keepers out there, bring me their tags. Sure, they're sworn to stay here till the bitter end, but they have families who deserve to know what became of them. It's part of my duty, but since I can't send any more beyond these walls, maybe you could lend a hand. I'll pay you for every tag you bring back.
And what did it take?
First of all, you have to prove yourself trustworthy and capable. I can't let just anyone into the captain's quarters. He's a very busy man, you see. I don't want to waste his time.
String, alright. What he's doing?
We've been having trouble with the dead lately. The kind that don't want to rest in peace. Seems like the problem lies in the old cemetery. As far as I know, the fog hasn't reached it yet. You could go there and find out what's happening.
And what may be causing
There
this?
is a local legend about a dark druid named Slaughter? Slaughter, that was it. He was a necromancer rumored to be able to raise the dead and make them do his bidding. It's quite an old legend, though, so unless he managed to raise himself from the dead, I doubt he's behind this. It's old. From what I've heard, it even predates the Horns of the South. The keepers and the people from the village below used to bury their dead there, but after the flood, it's been pretty much abandoned.
Let's see.
Damn druids. They flooded a village of innocent people just to show everyone they're still in power. Fat lot of good it did them. I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad we got rid of them. The things they could do were unnatural.
Not the druids.
After you leave the keep,
They just tree
turn
huggers.
left and
Come
stay
on.
on the road. Here, I'll mark it on the map for you. The captain forbade anyone from leaving the keep, so I couldn't. And truth be told, I didn't particularly want to. We don't get many recruits, and you're, well,
Disposable.
your words, not mine. Good. Try not to get yourself killed, and get rid of whatever's been causing the problem.
Level up, sure.
I'm Captain Brandon's right hand. He deals with serious matters I don't want to know anything about. I take care of our everyday life. Fine then. This is the keep. Anyone sworn in as a keeper lives here, unless they're no longer fit for service. If that happens, they get transferred to the village. Otherwise, they're not allowed to go there without my express permission. So if you ever see any of my boys down there looking shifty, feel free to report them.
Kinda saucy. Now to walk around, anyone catches you stealing? I mean, they just allow me to take everything so far. Well, the sword here are really Excalibur.
Sure it is. What? You think anyone here would bother building a monument to King Arthur's sword just so the place would look fancier?
Nobody took it.
Why don't you go ahead and try?
I mean, I kinda did, huh?
We used to get a lot of visitors back in the day. The pilgrims who came to pray at the Temple of the All-Mother would often travel to the keep to see the sword.
Some of them prayed to it too. It all stopped after the temple was abandoned. The shame, really. People should know their history.
Legend says that it was King Arthur's dying wish to have his sword brought here, so the South would never forget their people will always be under Camelot's protection. Why not? Nobody except King Arthur can wield it. So with him gone, it's nothing more than a pretty trinket. And people here need a reminder that Camelot is still watching over them.
Flooded village.
It used to belong to the keep. You could say it was its beating heart. That village was where our lighthouses led the ships, and where the workers lived with their families. Ah, those must have been the days. But then the ships stopped coming, and there were less and less new keepers, and the others left looking for a better life. Until, at last, the sea took most of it.
Some Giga Dispergia, man, all over the place.
What else was there to do? There weren't enough people to live there, and nobody wanted to anyway. Not since the monsters started coming out of the sea. We wiped out most of them, but new ones showed up every now and then. Marg, our hunter, keeps an eye on the place. You can talk to him if you want.
But the early access, I'm not sure. I think it said there. I don't think it did. Was there like a year? Or was it more? Let me see. 9 to 16 months it is. 9 to 16 months. So we'll see. We'll see. They do put like a bunch of stuff though, like I have to say. The dialogues and everything with the voice acting, quite chunky. So it is quite a bit of effort in.
Depends on your idea of interesting. There's a weird statue with a gong, but I'm not sure how much of it is left. Other than that, probably just damp rubble. I don't know. Ask Marg. I'm pretty sure he just sits there all day instead of hunting. No wonder we've been eating nothing but fish. He's not our first line of defense.
The archer's armament here needs to have a job, and no offense to Odoran, but let's just say we can afford to lose him. A very good look, damn son.
I'm sure the hordes of visitors clamoring at our gates can survive the insult.
Wait, you already had this in the library? Well, then you were supposed to buy it like yesterday or the day ago, because I don't think it was available before. You might have some other Tainted Grail one though. Away for free to people who bought Tainted Grail Conquest early? I doubt it. I doubt it. Isaac, man, good morning. How we doing, man? Maybe some like super edition or something, I don't know.
If you need to rest, you can sleep in the barracks. It ain't a royal chamber, but it's better to sleep under a roof than under the stars, right? Especially in this horrible weather.
Sure. Alright, so got some questing to do. We have the pie. I delivered the pie with the mad legend. Where was he? He's here somewhere sitting. Oh, down here probably. I see here is saying true. True. Give a one a mom's pie.
Yes. Still tastes like shit. Exactly how my mother would make it. It's just what I needed.
Fuck.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I really appreciate what you did for me. It's just that every time I doubt my service in the Horns of the South, I need a reminder of why I enlisted. My mother wasn't much of anything, to tell the truth. She always said I was good for nothing and that I should be glad she even kept me. And every day she'd bring back home a new uncle. Many of those uncles like to kick me out of my own house when they were drinking and getting busy. Then, when she'd sober up and got rid of an uncle, she'd bake me that pie as an apology. It always tasted like shit. If the other villagers hadn't been feeding me, I would have starved to death. Hence the pie.
True, say true. The run is bad as it looks. Well, yeah, run's kinda a little meh. That's why it looks like this, because it's in low settings. So it actually kinda runs, you know. They fixing it though. They fixing it. There's some issues with the performance. Some people have a little crashes and stuff, but it's not too bad overall though, judging by reviews and stuff. It is actually pretty good, eh? But yeah, and just like the open world is a bit PP again.
I wouldn't know. When I left my village, I decided to never look back. So I just assumed one of those uncles finally beat her to death.
I'll see. We could try to up it if you want to see the experience. Maybe it actually will be better. Yeah, no. I think I should do probably some of the changes there, I would say. Yeah, most of you did, since I feel like being a problem there. Or being a problem. Fine, let's try. Try to get it up. See what happens. And the open world was kinda PP again. Given the dungeons, all good. Tutorial was like super good and smooth and everything. Open world has some hiccups there. And then with Even takes forever to up it there. Come on. Come on. Says in the store page. Now, where did you get it? So you just up the stuff, but reduce the draw distance, just in case. Restart required. Well, partially, I guess. But even without the restart, you can see it's kind of piggy there. No, so they were giving it for free actually if you bought the Conquest early. Ah, that's pretty cool. That's really cool. Like sometimes it actually kind of is not too bad. Huh? Some stuff is piggy, dude. Huh? 1 second. Let me see. Just gonna restart for those settings to kick in. For all the settings to kick in. 1 moment. Let me see actually. Let me see. Maybe some peeps had some performance stuff. I see people molding. Horns are the most resource heavy area in the game. Let's see. So this town is like the most resource heavy right now. Where I am. Yeah, seems like a lot of performance issues. No, yeah, not sure if there is a lot of solutions for that for now. Whatever. Get in. We'll just need to piece out from the city to do the quests and everything after. And it'll be fine. Yeah, loading back in. And the pulpit, well, the pulpit probably gonna stay though, because I have the draw distance kind of low there. A lot more time in the oven. Well, hence the early access, you know. And yeah, it's even for free for those who adopted the first game early. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, the pulpit is gonna stay probably because the draw distance. They feel like if you start improving, increasing the draw distance, it's gonna be the fiesta then. I'm gonna go like outside into the other areas. That should be fine, I think. I will see. Yeah, it seems like just like it loads too much stuff that it shouldn't be loading. Yeah, the card game was really good, yeah. The Conquest or whatever. That one was very good. Played that one on stream. That was nice. That was a very nice one. Starfield being released in the same state as this one. We'll see, we'll see. But they just like... I didn't see when I was quitting even. Yippee-aga. Oh man, that feels even more scout than it was. Yeah, the loading time is chunky. I do have it on SSD. That's one of the advices. Yeah, that's the funny part. Like, it's not the OBS being laggy. Like, it happens sometimes with some games, right? It's actual in-game FPS. It actually that. Hold on a second. They get that one. Yeah, Draxo. This is the actual FPS there. Okay, I got him. And the craziest game, yeah. So far, so good, eh? See, it's not even like loading the PC like crazy. Like OBS is not suffering or something. It just literally just runs like that. In some places, Alright, 1 sec. Didn't give you the point because I forgot to save. Sure.
Oh,
Sure.
and
Yeah.
I
Alright, quest done. And I did level up. Didn't get the level up. Let's see. More. But will the first person RPG art created indeed probably gonna be kind of like limited there. I mean, I wouldn't really say that they're like, you know, the gig indie, let's put it that way. Because that's, you know, 30 people studio with the background in like the tabletop publishing and everything. You know, and not the first project for them either. And they did get some marketing budgets because they were, you know, sponsoring streamers. They were supposed to sponsor me, but, you know, I live in a glorious country, so it didn't work nowadays. I just got the game, which is already good. So they already, you know, kinda... I wouldn't really call them indie, let's put it that way. It all depends on the semantics of the word indie that you put, which you know, meaning you put into it, because nowadays some people call what was the name, the Moonlighter devs, right, who are making the game for Riot Games right now with like a few $1 million investment in indie, which technically I guess you could say so, right? It's just Moonlighter devs after all. I guess they are kinda indie, but are they?
I'm Caden. And you? You don't look like a capable archer, my friend.
See if
I'd rather you
let's
didn't come
say.
any closer to our shooting range, or the bows. We have all the archers we need, so I don't encourage anyone to train. Especially after what happened the last time. Me and the 2 other boys were sent to help Mark, our hunter. We were supposed to hunt a weird beast that was roaming the area. It must have come out of Grubwood. I was tracking the bastard when suddenly I saw stars. I thought I was done for. It turns out I got an arrow right in the arse, shot by the kid who was walking with Mark. Since that time, no one can use a bow in the keep unless they get my permission. I still can't sit down properly. You could say that. I'm the best archer after Mark. And after that incident, the quartermaster ordered me to train the boys. We can't afford potential casualties if some nutter or out-of-control kid gets his hands on a ranged weapon. My butt will be the last instance of collateral damage. Ha! Sure they were. The keepers sometimes get passes so they can have some fun in the tavern. One time, they came back, completely sloshed, and organized a shooting contest. Arrows were flying everywhere. They even hit the captain's horse. And that's why the captain doesn't have a horse anymore.
The horse.
A keeper without a sword. Good enough for the kitchen, but nothing more. Not that I have anything against Rourke. He's a pretty decent cook. Mark got it, in the end. It was a massive son of a bitch. A deer, overgrown and turned inside out. Vicious as hell. Thoroughly messed up, I'm telling you. Worse and worse monsters are coming out of that damn grubwood. It's a truly cursed place. A complete mess. I don't recommend you ever go there. If you don't get eaten by a monster, you'll drown in a swamp. And it just gets worse by the day. The keepers used to patrol the area near the forest, but now it'd be just a waste of men.
I mean, there's, you know, there's edicts and stuff, right? They did that. I'm pretty sure these guys would be capable of doing something like that too. That'd be very good if it'll be like the full blow and now the open world. We'll see.
Your hands are shaking, your fingers are crooked, and you're a bit cross-eyed. That's all bad. But the fact that you're not even aware of any of it is even more alarming. It also means that archery is definitely not for you. I bet you couldn't hit the target from this distance, my friend.
Damn, son. Guess I need some better stats for that here. For the competition.
Oh, you're an outsider. May I ask you something?
Sure.
Have you passed by Blood Lake? It's the pond with red-tinted water near the east gate. Back in the day, the bodies of people sentenced to death used to be dumped there.
I think so.
There were some undead nearby, right? You know, blackened corpses walking around slowly and making guttural sounds. I mean, I'm sure they're still there. They wouldn't just disappear. They've been roaming around that place for a long time now. Yeah, I'm an idiot. It's stupid. We were drinking with the lads and the booze went straight to my head. I started to brag about how I'd go to the Blood Lake and kill all those undead. One word led to another, and I ended up betting down some gold that I'd do it, and bring their teeth back as proof. I thought that when he sobered up, he wouldn't remember a thing. But no. I don't care about the money, but they'll be making fun of me for months.
The teeth of the undead, alright, sure.
And I'll say it was all my doing. Would you really do this for me? How much do you want?
Give me what you have, huh?
Well, I don't have much, so it will be a fair price. And he'll get it back when I win the bet. It's a...
That got me there, right? Placeholder, you know, I mean, sometimes... sometimes it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Could be some AI for you, you know. Gonna get some placeholders going.
Welcome, in the name of our eternally reigning majesty, King Arthur, and the Knights of the Round Table, I am obliged to inform you that fighting those who actively break the law and reject the rule of the crown is the duty and pride of every subject. As Camelot's representative, I will be paying a bounty of 10 gold pieces for the death of each bandit roving the area, as long as adequate proof is provided.
Sure, branded skin, alright.
That's correct. My name is Cillian. I was sent here from the capital to see how the Horns of the South are handling the bandit problem, and also to encourage the keepers to fight. The situation with the Pict and Del Rita savages is precarious. Too bad we can't get rid of them as easily as we did the Druids. There have also been rumors that we might soon have a civil war on our hands, so Camelot cannot afford to spread our forces too thin. There are rumors that the Rita tribes want to unite, and that would mean open war with Camelot. As for those Pict savages, they've been growing bold, leaving their forest. For now, it's just been small scrimmages. But who knows how it would end.
Every clip went wrong. Ah, feels bad, man. Twitch, boy.
I don't really have much more to
Oh
tell.
boy.
It's hard to get any updates here. I only know that the new Lancelot has not been very popular, and that's putting it mildly. The Witch Morgaine would have been burnt at the stake long ago if everyone weren't so afraid of her. And then we have the commoners who seem to keep forgetting their place, and loudly demanding changes. Everything is falling apart.
Them Commodores.
Well, you've probably heard about the druids making human sacrifices by stuffing people into wicker puppets and setting them on fire. Well, the people decided to give them a taste of their own medicine. They rounded them all up and then sent them up in smoke. Oh, how they must have howled and sizzled. Too bad I couldn't see it.
Is there the charity council or whatever?
Yep, made human sacrifices, prayed to the dark gods, brought the weirdness back. Bunch of bastards. Good thing they're worm food now. Most of them, the survivors have supposedly taken refuge with savages in the woods. And one of them is rumored to be hiding in the Horns
Charred
area.
Conclave, yeah.
But whether that was before or after the Charred Conclave, I don't know. Would you like to hear about him?
Sure.
His name was Slaudyard.
Oh, yeah,
He
the
was
one,
lurking
alright.
near Blood Lake, a small pond where they used to throw the bodies of executed convicts. They say he would fish them out and use his magic to turn them into undead monsters. Supposedly, he started needing some fresher corpses, so he slaughtered one of the keepers. The Horns organized a manhunt. They found him and sentenced him to death. People say that the moment his body touched the surface of Blood Lake, the water turned red and it's been scarred since that day. Some say that Slaudyard came back from the dead and seeks revenge. But if you ask me, it's just a tale by local simpletons.
Well, we need to go down there then.
None so far.
'Cause I already
The
was
keepers
there,
don't want
in
to
the
risk
Blood
being
Lake.
turned into pincushions for a mere 10 gold pieces. Besides, the captain banned them from leaving the Horns of the South without a good reason. Too many bandits and not enough keepers. Well, Camelot would send a group of knights with Sir Galahad at the head, and he's not interested in half measures. He'd probably burn down half the garrison, or hang them. He's done both. By the way, did you know that people who are hanged rarely die from strangulation? Usually the sudden jolt causes the backbone to snap, which separates the head from the body. A while ago I saw someone hanged in the village, and it's true. One snap, and it's done.
A dangerous madman. No, I'm gonna self-snitch here.
No matter what you say about him, he's very efficient. Brutal, even by my standards, but efficient.
The fact about the hanging was quite interesting.
Oh, sure, plenty. Did you know that apparently if you cut off someone's head, they don't die straight away, but remain conscious for a few moments?
Anything else?
If someone dies in a damp, closed-off space, sometimes, but very rarely, their body creates a thin layer of wax on the surface of the skin.
Know this one.
I heard that a body decomposes in water 4 times faster than on land. I need to think. If I remember anything, I'll let you know.
I'll see.
Oh,
Alright.
hey, before you go, I can see the bloodlust in your eyes, you know. It takes one to know one. So here's some friendly advice, free of charge. If you're seeking scum to slay, you'll find bandits near the local mania. It's worth visiting if you haven't already. They keep close to it because it protects them from the weirdness, the undead, and other monsters. Well, it won't protect them from you.
I'll see. Ooh, this is the loading in. A jolly fella, yeah. Yeah, the tent is a bit bigger here.
Oh, mother's tits. I've just about had it with this bunch of repressed virgins. And who might you be? You don't look like one of them.
See big, eh?
Oh, do I now? You would be too if you had to deal with those sniveling morons when they're up to something. Don't look at me like that. You don't get as far in life as I have if you can't smell bullshit from a mile away. There's something fishy going on here, but I'll get to the bottom of it. And here's a brilliant idea. You're going to help me.
What a twist.
I just need you to go to Brandon and find out why that slime ball is pretending not to know I'm here. Tell him I'm waiting with his delivery. Although I'm pretty sure he knows this already.
I have access to the captain.
Right. What was I thinking? You wouldn't. You're new here, right? Shit. There's something going on, you know? They don't want anybody to know, but I can feel it. I've been doing business with the captain for years now. Then, suddenly, I find myself stuck here. They won't let me further in, not even to set up camp in the village. But they won't let me out, either. Anyway, good luck to you. Come and visit if you need anything.
Something sus with the captain.
You do realize you won't score any points with the keepers by helping me, right? Those holier-than-thou soldier boys have no idea what it takes to be a merchant in this sorry world. The things we have to do sometimes aren't exactly done according to the rulebook.
Sure.
There's a woman from the tribes called Nest. She's my supplier. At least, I think she's still working for me. I haven't heard from her in a while, and she was supposed to bring me some really precious cargo. Something the captain wanted me to arrange. You still up for an adventure,
Sure.
My guess, and it's only a guess, is that at some point she must have been somewhere around the bay. That beach near the Whale's Tooth. Or, as it's more aptly named, somewhere around Smuggler's Bay. She must have been there, but after that, who knows?
What's the reward there?
You'll get paid, of course. Just let me know what happened. And bring back the cargo, if she still has it. Name's Orla. I'm a merchant. Or I try to be, when my business isn't being held hostage by a bunch of idiots who seem to be terrified of women. What was I thinking when I decided to leave Timberwall? Should have stayed there. You've never been to the merchant capital? Well, you didn't miss much. Yes, it's rich and extravagant, but only if you're rich and extravagant too. Other than that, it's a place like any other. Same pain and misery hiding behind gilded walls. It's not as exciting as people think. Or, well, maybe it is if you like living among a bunch of backstabbing crooks. Yeah, now I remember what I was thinking when I left that place.
The story.
Not really. It's more of a requirement if you ever want to be successful in Timberwall. My family is full of them. I have no home in Timberwall. Well, we have an estate, but it hasn't felt like a home for a long time.
In the States, there's
I feel like every time I go back, I recognize it less and less. The people are getting greedier and more desperate by the day.
more despair, yeah.
Business is slow, I'm not gonna lie. With the weirdness creeping in from the north and bandits everywhere, trade's not as profitable as it used to be. But, I don't know. Being a merchant from Timberwall used to mean craftiness, taking risks, looking for opportunities. Now they only care about keeping their heads down and preserving their fortunes.
And the cool stories,
Oh, love, plenty. And almost none of them happy.
Welcome
I'll
back,
never forget
Nick.
the first time we stumbled upon a place after a cloud of the weirdness had oozed through. It was a small settlement, just a few houses. There was this odd, bitter taste in the air. The place was completely abandoned. Or so we thought. Until we
The April
started
weather, I
finding
see.
them, one by one. A man who tried to chop off his legs after they started sprouting antlers. Another one who gouged his eyes out so he wouldn't have to look at his child melting into the floor. A woman in the farthest corner of the settlement managed to stab herself in the heart before it got to her. I almost dropped it all and ran back to Timberwall that day. I'm still not sure why I didn't. I guess giving up just isn't in my nature.
So what you selling? The fire arrows, alright. Heat burn on the hut. Spinebreaker. Ignores enemy blocks. It's 1,000 coins. Not bad. Guarded the foe, weapon relic. Inflicts confusion. It's gonna enchant. Flame resin decoding, alright. And some codings I think myself. Ooh, lockpicks. Ah. I think I need that. Not sure if I can use that, but I need that. Shieldo, the first one I see. Money elixir, Thrill Seeker's Bureau. Greatly increased strength. Healing. Lock stamina at 100% for 30 seconds. Ah, that actually is kind of good. That sounds like a dink potion there. Actually kind of like when you just walk slowly, it actually feels less laggy. The life hacks.
Are you here to keep me company or put me out of my misery? Just kidding. I love the view, but this weather is killing me. Always windy. Always moist. You don't say, huh? I didn't choose to be here. Our beloved quartermaster sent me here to freeze my arse off. He said it's punishment for spitting on the good name of the keepers, whatever that means. I just got drunk in the tavern and lost half my pay, and maybe some of my clothes. But I mean, why would he even care, eh? It was my gold. I can spend it how I please. Yes, I need a warm coat, and I mean the absolute warmest you can get. Osprey might have something in stock or know how to make one. I'd ask myself, but he's not exactly speaking with me these days.
The coat, alright.
Ah, thanks, friend. I knew I could count on you.
Time to get you the coat, sure. The weird fantasy accent. Well, you know, Camelotian. Basically. There's some like Welsh stuff going on here. There's probably in Welsh though itself. The Welsh language, I think, is around here for like the tribals. The four dwellers. Seems like it at least. No loot.
Hey, tell me, can you read?
Yes.
Listen, I'm no good with words. Could you read me a letter from my sister? She's
Learning how to read and write. Can you believe it? She writes letters to me. I'm so proud of her. Sure.
Ah, thanks. Here's the letter.
It ain't good news, sorry. If you read pre-scheme, they wanted to take Mom with some other folks because of the plague, and Dad and some other men didn't agree. There was a fight and Dad got killed, and now I'm taking care of Mom, but she's feeling more and more weak. I don't know if the priests are going to come back or what. Hard, but she asked me to greet you and tell you to keep going and do good things, because that's the most important thing. It's I'm praying for you.
And what did it say? Everyone's healthy?
Can't even lie. Something terrible happened.
No, you must have misunderstood something. What do I do now, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I should go back to him, right?
Well, they're not gonna let you out, though. Get caught.
I guess that's true.
Perception.
Yes.
Lie, yeah.
Excuse me. I need to be alone.
Alright, sure. Before he just jumps. The full Dispergi experience.
What do you think of scale armor? Scale armor. What do you think of it? The ones all the keepers wear.
I feel like you want to tell me what you think of it.
Sure, maybe it's easy to make and doesn't restrict movement, but it doesn't provide the best protection. Someone just needs to stab you between the scales and you're done for. Lamellar armor is much better. That will prevent you from being run through with a polearm or getting shot with a bow. It's also much more comfortable.
Not so much about
I read a lot about it in Volume 4 of the Armourer's Almanac. Arden's Shadowblade describes the differences between various types of armour. For example, chainmail allows for a good range of movement, but it's heavy. It also provides poor protection against blunt weapons, and its production is laborious.
I think it's Shadow Brown. Well, welcome to the local atmosphere, you know.
Shadowblade is a moniker. Arden is passionate about weapons and armour. He has great knowledge of materials, techniques, and history. A true expert. Everything he writes is interesting. I would love to meet him one day. No, but I have knowledge from books and a lot of thoughts on the subject, so I know what it would be like to wear different armour. I told them, but they both said I know jack shit. Besides, the keepers rarely go outside the walls nowadays. Then the quartermaster added if I don't like our equipment, he'll send me scouting in me underwear.
Brown and Bloom, yeah.
Oh, of course. I mean, I never made one. I'm not an armourer, but I've read so much about it that I'm sure it won't be a problem. Here's the page from the Almoner's Almanac that explains the process.
Convenient. Inside the Lamellar armor on the drawing, I found at the bottom of page 38 of Berfin's manuscript, The Great War, dated to the end of the 3rd century, perhaps the first half of the 4th century. The illustration depicted Camelot's infantry in Lamellar armor, laced together with wide leather straps. I decided to omit the leather in my design, opting instead for more steel to provide greater protection against blows to the chest. Armor passed the shooting test. Out of 5 bolts, fired from a distance of 10 steps, only 2 penetrated, and those not very deeply. Some might argue that the test was not reliable because the steel was not professionally tempered, but I also used a crossbow of my own production with less tension, so the values of armor endurance and bolt impact force were leveled. Armor allows for considerable freedom of movement, which originally may have been even greater at that of my model, provides better protection than scale armor against attack from below by polearms, and is significantly faster to produce than plate armor or chainmail, and most importantly, looks great. I'm totally an expert there. The next gen, nice. Undiscovered. Boog. Time to discover them all. The card game had more color. Ah, was it really? Did it really? I think that's kind of like consistent shades there. Got the spoon. I'll take some ale. I will need that. Get some crafting going. Skullfighters are very dangerous. Well, I mean, you know, we just been through our one area here. We just been through one. It's a bit early to judge. I don't know how you judge the gameplay already too. I haven't had any of that yet, really. You're just walking and talking. That was good yesterday, though. Alright, so you wanted the coat. Some warm coat. Could also go kill some undead while I was at it, I guess, while I'm at it. So we get some action for today too. Gonna do some more on Monday. An RPG Monday is gonna be fitting. A back to back with some Oblivion. Yeah, it's a blacksmith, he said. Let's see. A bit more people just standing around. They probably gonna out. Well, I mean, the thing is, you see like the performance right now, so that's why probably there's not a lot of more people standing around. But all that do stand around right now, they all have decent amount of dialogue, I would say, which is pretty good. There's pretty much like no, so far, no character that was, you know, just like doing some random blurt and then nothing else. And like the whole allure introduction in the museum. A whole bunch of life stories already. Not a keeper, a blacksmith. Like it's also like, you know, not just like some like random keeper or something. And so the actual NPCs, longest swords for the statues, yeah. Another keeper here hanging out. Just a garbage dump here, I guess. Alright. Not very nice. There's the blacksmith though. What's with you?
You're the reason.
Oh yeah, that's the already.
You just wait until they let me out. I'll beat you so hard your own mother won't recognize you. Come a little closer so I can spit in your face.
Maybe blow her down. The jinky Skyrim, sorta. Yeah, drinking on duty, brother.
I ask your opinion. I drink because I want to. I drink because guarding the empty gate is the most boring shit in the world. What's this here anyway, huh? Maybe I was drunk, but the gate was guarded. It's not your damn pin, I wouldn't even let you in. But all is not lost. We can still be friends. Listen, just pour something delicious down my throat, huh? And I'll forget this insult. I'm not guarding the gate now, am I? There's nothing wrong with having a little sip, right? Come on, don't be like that. Just a drop. That's all I ask.
I'm drunk enough for a lifetime. I gotta reform, brother.
That's for me to decide. If you don't want me to help with such a tiny thing, then get out my sight. Me a throw bars to the bone, you ungrateful bastard.
You know the consequences to the actions already. You got some of that already going. Alright, any codes?
Oi, friend. A question. Do you know why people always stop and watch a blacksmith at work? Because he's riveting.
Damn, son.
It's good to see a new face in this sad hole. Oh, of course, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Osbreet, the local master of hammers and anvils. Do you need your blades sharpened?
The warm coat.
Huh. It's for Dan, isn't it? That ungrateful bastard's still on the wall.
Yep.
Disagreement? Sure, you could call it that. And I guess I might have overreacted a bit too. But since Dan is on the wall and I'm here, I couldn't tell him that I get it. The prank and all. And I forgave him a long time ago. And now that I think about it, it was a hell of a prank.
Just a prank, bro. No man at all.
Well, he was right. I am old. But the inefficient stung a little bit. After all, I did my job well, and his sword is as sharp as Excalibur itself. Well, I may not be angry with him anymore, but that doesn't mean I'll work my ass off so that his doesn't freeze. Here's an explanation of how to make it. Feel free to help him out yourself.
Time to make some coats. Any work?
Ha! Friend, I wish. But the only task I could use help with might be a bit too delicate for you to handle. But unless you're a master goldsmith, then feel free to prove it, and I'll have work for you immediately. There's just not enough of them to go around. And now that we're on lockdown, there's not much demand for my services either. Ever since we lost our great mine, I've been working with scraps sent over here from Camelot.
Something.
Now that I think of it, I might have a task for you.
The map?
You
I'll
seem
show
like
you
the
the
kind
map.
of person who could wander around this damned island with no fear of getting stabbed by some bandit, right? You don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I'm so bored here. So bored. It would be nice to work on something other than Keeper's Blades again.
Sure.
If you happen to wander near the Forgotten Cemetery, keep your eyes open for any old relics. Bring them back, and I might be able to come up with something special for your weapons. Magical, I mean.
Monkeys.
Shh. It's one of those things that everybody knows about, but nobody talks about openly, you see. I've learned how to infuse weapons and armor with certain powers. It's a family secret passed down from my grandfather, but it's based on ancient druidic magic. It's not something you'd want to advertise here. Not with all those Camelot banners hanging around. Well, if you're not up for hunting for magical artifacts, you could always bring me some upgrade materials. They can work wonders on your weapons. Basically everywhere. But if you need them, like right now, I'd start in the Sunken Village. They had a decent workshop there, and I'm sure the bandits didn't loot it all. Not with all those monsters creeping around.
Sure, what's with relics? A relic slot, retrieve relic, attach relic. Well, we don't really have any with slots. We don't. Okay, 200 to add the slot, I guess. We add some slots to this one. Okay, so now we have this, but yeah, we don't really have any relics. Alright, we'll see. Oh yeah, I need anything positive going around here.
I heard that dew fell down the stairs and didn't break a single bone. So that's a start. Other than that, no, I can't think of anything.
Nothing positive. One second, let's see. So we can just make the coat. Here's a bunch of foodie stuff we have. And there's the warm coat. Wait. Ah, they need one more. Oh, one more foodie shit. Alright, fine. We'll get some. Let's go farm some shit. A lot of talking, which is good. And a little bit of voice acted. That is also good. And now we can go farm some shit. Yeah, those are some dink swords there. Let's knife some deers, I guess I didn't. Get the bow out. I'm out of arrows. Seems like it. Wait. Did I have a bunch? Lockpicks. Ah, it's broken there. Ah, okay. I see. So we'll need to fix that shit then. That's the ones I picked up, I guess, from the bodies, and the deer. We nuke one of you. Deer pelt, alright. I guess wolf. Wolf pelt. And the fireball at least is like flying pretty fast. It's easier to shoot the moving targets. Exactly the hit scan, but you know, still good. There we go, that's a coat. It's a bunch of some magic shit going on there. The pulp in. There's something showing, like, I'm not sure. I guess it's like, I guess it's like point of interest with this symbol. For some reason, kind of looks at me like, you know, the exclamation mark, so it's like some sort of quest. But I guess it's just the points of interest, basically, as shown that way. Well, this actually shows upgrade materials. So it kind of is, I guess, somewhat of a quest marker. Yeah, that's the mob. So that's the early access available one for now. It's not the super chunk. It's not the super chunk, but still. And then it's gonna be more there. And then they're gonna add some more. Yeah, that's the fast travel thingies. Oh, relax. The fuck? Where did you come from? Oh yeah, they're throwing stuff. They be throwing shit. What is up here?
This place is creepy as shite. How much longer do we have to wait to take down that damn noose?
4 days and 4 nights. That's what the arsehole told me. Said it'd bring bad luck if we cut them down too soon.
So that they're dead. It's not like they'll get any more dead in 3 days' time. I'm done sitting here freezing my balls off.
Don't you bloody touch it. We've got enough bad luck as it is. We don't need to sprinkle any more just because you're lazy.
Eh, fine, fine. But if that bastard doesn't buy the noose from us, I swear I'll strangle him with it.
Buying the news, huh? Nice. Seems like these guys are not very friendly though, right?
We're not safe here.
Yep. Literally. Thank you.
You'll have to do better than that.
See this in action.
You'll regret this.
Some little moveset voice.
I'm not scared of you.
Kind of slow axe though. But it does work.
I'll take you down with me.
Charge. Charge takes a while. Didn't reach me. Lucky. Spiked mace. All the loot. Got the egg. Feels good, man. Might as well eat some then. Of the egg. Egg we gonna cook. Egg we gonna cook. Alright, the sweet snacks. And pasty. We good now? Should be good now. Sure are. So you also probably not very friendly.
Stay focused.
Yeah. This one is with the bow.
This is my lucky day.
Sure about that? That was a branded skin, alright, so this one can turn. Oh, an arrow is too nice. That's a lot of loot. So what were they doing here? Sudden deduce. Get some spell crabos, insane. Get them special enchantments for them, I guess. Letter from a shady merchant. Pay attention, you morons, because my patience are running thin. I need a hanged man's noose, an ogre's right toe, and a couple of drowner tongues. And trust me, I can tell the difference between a drowner tongue and a dead horse's tongue, because I, unlike you, am not a complete idiot. If you try to swindle me one more time, our deal is over, and stop asking for money up front. You bring me the goods, you get the money, that's it, end of story. Maybe the hangman's tongue, though, might be useful. They didn't get the toe. Can we get the noose? I guess not. Unlucky. But we can finish the order for them. I guess not. A mandrake. What's the man here? Oh, there were the camps here too. Who do we have here? I guess they were living here. A bone. A lot of food there. Now let's see. Crab. Oh yeah, let's get some LPs. Please then. I don't have vegetables though. Maybe fruits will work. Farshire pasty. Yeah, this one is kind of like with the fruits instead of veggies, I guess. Alright. Yeah, so fruit, flour, and meat. Egg, flour, crab. Let's see. Deckhands omelet. Well, that didn't take flour, probably. Oh, it did actually. Then some dank omelet then. Egg roots, meat, crab. Hearty pottage. It's kind of like porridge, but not. Some new dishes I learn. New dishes I learn. I need the alchemy station. I already got like a bunch of like shrooms, flowers. Oh, there's a raspberry here too. And more shrooms too. Have a lot of raspberry. Okay, bro. I need venison. Don't cover him. Come here. Good job. Oh, that'd be some goblin there. Grindy though. What's up? That's a weird goblin. It takes okay damage at least. I see your trucks, I see. I mean, outside of town is not like completely bad, I have to say. Like, I think it's okay here, more or less. Like, in some places it does, I guess, go... Well, and then the popping, of course, because of the draw distance is something. Oh yeah, they were just, like, ditching the bodies into the lake. Yeah, I already been there. I already, like, got a bunch of stuff, but I feel like now I kind of want to go there again because we got a quest there, I guess. It's a lot of quests. For dwellers asked to find more of its pieces within the weirdness. Can I see it somewhere? Custom marker? No. It doesn't really show which ones where. The radar. It just shows the lake, which I already kind of visited before, so I'm not sure. I mean, I probably will need again. I missed something there. Was there something else for the lake? No. Okay, it opens map. I don't want map, I want... We open it up all the time. I want quests. When they open quests, not map. It like switches them up for some reason instantly. What if I mark all as seen? So the switch tabs, not map. Something else. That's map. That's also map. Don't want map. I want other tabs. I want other tabs. He just like starts opening the character and stuff and then just like instantly gets to the map. No. Map. Not map. Unlucky. Just want to see more quests there. Maybe we'll get them. And this guy was sitting here. Bell snare. And some big flowers. No, back in the day I did play like, what was 60 FPS, dude? That's some new stuff. That's some new fancy shit. Back at bot day, didn't care about that. That just kinda like sucks for like the stream perspective, of course. When things are laggy, it's always sad. But I mean, it's gonna be fixed. It's gonna be fixed. We're gonna give them some time. It's already kind of getting there. Like in general, the game is good. Feels pretty nice. Just need to get it a bit smoother. Like outside is fine. Like it's not even that bad or something. Outside sometimes I guess it kind of peaks a little in terms of load. And right now I can't also open the stuff because, well, I mean, that's the early part, the early access part. What if it load in? Will it work? Or do I need to restart? Let's see. But you need a little bit of that Polish in this one. It's gonna be good. DJing a little, you know. We're actually quite impressive that you just get this one for free if you get the Conquest early. That's interesting. Helping them early supporters that way. That's cool. It's interesting because they don't really like monetize in any other way then. Like, you know. Well, I mean, they're probably gonna be like some DLC way down the line or something, right? But like if someone bought the card game early and get this one for free, you just get like pretty good chunky RPG for the future already for free. That's good. Not sure what's their business model there. I mean, they do get a lot of like reviews and stuff and attention to the game, but I have a feeling people who already played their previous game probably would be interested in, you know, buying the next one too. So you kind of like dip into the audience that is kind of already sort of yours and would have higher chance to buy your next game, and you just give it to them for free, which is really nice of them, absolutely. But commercially, no, it actually kind of still PPG. I think I'll need to restart or something. Is there? Okay, I can open no inventory, and from inventory I can do stuff. All right. I was trying to like to go the quest, the character panel. I forgot to check the inventory. PPG. Investigate happening local cemetery. Yeah, this one like should probably kind of show me where, but I'm not sure. Steal Excalibur from the Horns of South. Find her supplier somewhere near Smuggler's Bay. Guess we will need to discover it first, and then we'll figure out. Well, that seems like Smuggler's Bay, I guess. Could be somewhere there too. This one maybe. This was the village, I think, so smugglers probably were a little away from it. Commercially, a little bit of a PPG move. Yeah, I think so. Kinda. Unless they're gonna monetize from, like, you know, the DLCs and everything. Like, you literally just kind of like give your stuff for free to the audience that will be quite likely to buy your game because they already played your previous games. So that's an interesting one. But it does provide you with a lot of, like, kind of like coverage also. The reviews and, you know, I mean, people surely will look at the game in a more, you know, kind of like positive way when they got it for free, right? So reflections look nice. I mean, in general, it looks pretty okay, like the lights and everything too. And on the high settings, it was also looking good. Like, tutorial area was like absolutely smooth. And then you go in the open world, and I think it just kind of like, even with low draw distance, it's still kind of maybe not fully low. It kind of like lowers the amount of like small objects, like the pop-in happens, right? But at the same time, like, a lot of territory is still kind of loaded in. So maybe that's why, I'm not sure. Like that thing, for example, is loaded in. That probably, if there is multiple similar there, they're probably kind of thank you with all those lightnings and everything. So yeah, just need to do some more optimization. And it's gonna be good. And it's gonna be good. Gonna play some more on Monday. I might try, like, closer to Monday to look into maybe there are some ways to... I checked real quick on their, like, Steam page. Discussions didn't really find much quickly. What might be a good way? Some config file changes or something to increase. So Mega Dunk Thunder, yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be like 9 to like 16 months or something of early access, so it's gonna be a bunch of time. Yeah, I usually don't really play like RPGs in early access, but yeah, this one was kind of interesting to check, like gameplay wise and everything. Said that it runs not super perfectly. I said sometimes it's kind of fine. Sometimes some places just think it is okay right now. That's fine. And then you like run and except for the popping in, of course, the draw distance. Then you run something and it's just kind of like poof. But your reflections actually do be kind of nice. Hell yeah, that's true actually. Holy. And then there is what? Atomic Hearts. When there's like the mirror is just, you know, it's just square there. And then there's like some random puddle that actually reflects shit properly. Is there a castle reflected into? Then there's some distance probably to what it gets reflected there. So I guess castle. I actually know a castle too. Yeah, you can see the castle and stuff in there too. And the deer walking. Well, I mean, no shit that's thinking performance probably. Yeah, they probably take a bunch. Like real-time trace, like reflections of the even of the, like the moving objects and everything. Yeah, they might. Especially like those puddles are actually loaded from far away, which they actually are, and they actually reflect even kinda. So. Yeah, if it loads all those all the way there, then yeah, you're sure gonna think there. You're sure gonna think that the funny part is though it's the CPU being loaded. Well, right now actually I think like nothing is really loaded though. Sorry, just gonna open like the engine itself. Mostly whenever like something thinks it's CPU, like GPU is at 50-60% constantly. CPU is at 84 right now, for example. Like I only was getting like 100 like cap CPU only on high settings. That's why I dropped them before, right? Like it's not peaking the CPU usage whatsoever. So it's just like the engine kind of like janky, you know, not the resources even. Just need some changes in the engine itself. It's kind of like in Fallout 76 sometimes, right? When like your PC still has like plenty of, you know, space to go in terms of performance, but like game just runs like garbo. It's one of those cases, I guess. Because yeah, I'm like not peaking or anything right now. All good. All good, huh? Still have some space to go. Yeah, like even when it kind of looks like it like staggers a bit, it just goes to like 96%, but still like not like 100 or something. Yeah, they never hit the 100. Well, let's save it right now. A Golden remake is still coming. Yeah, I think they even said something about it recently. I forgot what was that. Don't remember what they said about it. Was it next year or was it this year? I don't remember actually. Don't remember actually. I think it delayed from this year, right? There was something about it. I forgot about it. Forgot about that one. I could check. Could check real quick. It was like a few weeks ago. Like literally, I think. Literally a few weeks. I can check that real quick. Let's see. The Gothic remake. There was something about it. Released in speculation. No, that's all old. There was something like pretty fresh, like a couple of weeks ago, maybe like a month or two. There was some like Nintendo Switch rumors or something. There was something like really fresh there. How could it be this one? One moment. It was quite recent there. Gothic remake, let me see. No, that's actually like a... It's the Piranha Bytes stuff. They're not really doing anything with them with remake anymore. Dude, literally just like less than a month ago or something it was. It's like a release date speculation. Gothic reason already happened though. There was Gothic stuff. There was Gothic stuff for sure. Oh, maybe this. No, this was the Nintendo Switch stuff. Like there's gonna be like the Switch release also for it. Let me see. The original Gothic game destined for Nintendo Switch. Did they say also something about it? Oh yeah, the Gothic Switch port, that thing. So I guess not. That wasn't exactly about the remake. I thought there was something about remake too. Which I think wasn't too long ago. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just like remembering it wrong. Could be. Well, thing is, we're gonna see it soon, though. Probably, I would assume. Yeah, it is still coming, and the Switch port is also coming. So they be working on it. They actually be working on it. Oh yeah, I even remembering pieces where man, where was it? Maybe just like didn't index by Google or something. Maybe it was Insider Gaming or something. I think they said there's gonna be there's gonna be improvements. I remember now. They said there's gonna be improvements in the faction quests. So they're gonna add more. There's gonna be more faction quests. Where was it then? It was recently. I remember reading it now. Let me try differently. Yeah, this one I think. Let's see. That sounds more right. Not open now though. Yeah, there was more stuff about it. It's not opening here. Come on. It's like issues with the, but you need to get to the VPN and everything. Let me see. Was it this one? Okay, this one. No, that's the old one. It was like Insider Gaming or something, I guess, posting that stuff. Been some time. Like, do they even like have the page? There was updated design of harpies they posted. Yeah, design of harpies. They were like recently like dropping every like a month or something. They were dropping some bits of information. And yeah, they're gonna be adding extra faction quests and stuff too. That they said. Yeah, that was for Gothic series anniversary. Yeah, there it is. Gothic remake developers with birthday greetings. So they go. Is this one not saying anything either? How did they even manage back then to find that? Yeah, but no release date, nothing. But basically, yeah, they said there's gonna be improved faction quests and everything. So like the quest lines to joining factions or like side quests in the factions gonna be like more. Oh, that they said. And they were dropping some like screenshots and stuff once in a while of like different mobs and everything. So they be working on that. Plus the Switch port, plus like the Risen also got recently the port and the update, right? So they are aiming to farm that one. Alright. Sorry, got distracted by that. And oh yeah, the time. But the time zone is still just confusing, dude, sometimes. I think after all tubbing and everything, you just like started running better, right? Maybe it didn't load down another area right now, though. What's up, brother? Come here. It actually feels like it, to be honest. Maybe it's because like the time changed or something, like some different lighting or some stuff. The puddles right out, yeah. No, the rain is still going though, so maybe I'm like further away from them or something. Come here. We didn't actually start like running better. It actually did, huh? It's way more smooth, huh? Than me just chilling and glorious. It actually does run better. It's like different, like there's a different time or light or something. Alright. Interesting. But the alt-tabbing actually did some work there. I don't know. Well, we'll experiment with that on Monday then. But yeah, I like the gameplay. Gameplay is nice. And I like that they did what I was mentioning like a few months before. Like imagine, you know, like mixing kind of the Elder Scrolls-ish system where you level things by using them with the actual, you know, the old school conventional like leveling. And that's exactly what they did here, basically. So you like level abilities by, which actually don't think they display them anywhere. Oh no, they do. Okay, that's where they do. All the skills you level by using, and then you also have the level up with experience, and you have actual stats you increase, and you have actual perks that you increase. That also depends on how much you invested into the stat. I like that. That I like. Maybe not like super, you know, crazy yet, hopefully. Detailed and everything system, but still, that's really nice. It also kind of depends, I guess, on like how deep will it go, what is like the max level and everything too. Because like 11 in the start, you get more perks, but you don't get the perk point every level up anyway, so. TCD also the same way. Yeah, that's a good system. Me likey. You know, the longer you play, the better. Maybe it like still was like slowly loading in the shaders or something. I don't know. Alright. Alright. Boom. There we go. There we go. So you're gonna do a bit more of this one on Monday. What tomorrow? Should I do some todding tomorrow? So I guess do some weekend todding.